Samsung just dropped their third massive update for 2023, and this adds a bunch of features to their older devices, as well as a couple more exclusive features to the Galaxy S23 Ultra. Let's take a look to see exactly what you get. As always, I'll be using a bunch of different devices to show you what the features look like before and after the update. This will also help me show you guys any limitations that arise with older devices. And if you're interested in the Fold 5 or Flip 5, take a look in the pinned comment below. If you tap this icon in the corner while you're in video mode, you'll enable something called auto framing. And what this does is track all the people in a shot and automatically zoom in and out to keep everybody in the frame. This feature's been available for a while, but Samsung has now added the ability to tap on a specific person or object and to track just that person or object instead of tracking everyone. Currently, this is only supported on the Galaxy S22 and S23 series, as well as the Fold 4 and Flip 4 devices. But hopefully Samsung brings this feature to older devices in a future update. Since the cameras are physically separated from each other, whenever you zoom in, you would typically see the image snap to the side when the camera switched lenses. This update fixes that and now gives you a much smoother transition by keeping everything centered instead of snapping to the side. You'll still see a slight perspective shift, but it's much less noticeable after this update. Before this update, if you long pressed on an image in the gallery on an older device, nothing would happen. But after the update, if you long press on an image, it'll cut that image out and allow you to copy that into different applications. And if you were using split screen mode, you'd be able to long press on it and just drag it straight into the other application. This feature is coming to every S series device dating all the way back to the S20, and even the Note 20 series and the original Z Flip are also going to be getting this feature. When you swipe up on an image in the gallery application to see the details of that image, you now get a lot more information. Not only can you see which specific camera it was taken with and all the details of that shot, but if you swipe down further, you can see more shots related to that image. So in this specific example, I can see more sky shots or more forest shots. And these recommendations will change based on what's in the photo. You also get the ability to just swipe across an image while you're in details mode to see the next image. Previously, it didn't matter how much you swiped, you wouldn't be able to go back and forth between the images until you dismissed the details. If you go to video mode on the Fold 4 or S22 Ultra, then go to the settings, then tap Advanced Options, you'll see a new option called High Bitrate Videos, which was previously unavailable. This allows you to get even more detail out of your videos at the cost of a bit of extra storage space. And I also noticed that the S22 Ultra no longer has HDR10 Plus videos labeled as a beta feature, but the S22 Ultra as well as the Fold 4 still have the Labs icon shown, which means there may still be some bugs with the HDR10 Plus videos on these two devices. So it's nice to see that we now have full support on the S23 Ultra. And in case you're wondering, HDR10 Plus videos just give you more detail in the super bright and super dark areas of a video. The QR code reader gets a significant bump in speed. As you can tell, it's recognizing the QR code almost instantly when I move the case out of the way. And if you're wondering where this specific QR code goes, this leads to the Mint Mobile deal where you can get unlimited data for just $15 a month for the first 3 months. I'll have a link in the description and pinned comment if you want to learn more about it. When you're taking a picture with the front-facing camera, when you tap this wand icon, instead of getting filters, my filters, then face adjustments, you'll now have the filters and my filters section combined into a single option, a face option, and now you'll also get a color tone option built right into the selfie camera. And this allows you to switch from a natural to a warm color tone if you notice that your skin tone isn't quite right in the photos. The biggest difference I noticed immediately with the Galaxy S23 Ultra specifically is just how fast I could take a picture and how well it captured moving objects. Just to give you an idea of how significant this was, I have the S22 Ultra on the left and the S23 Ultra with the update on the right. And I'm going to try to take pictures as fast as I can. As you can see, the S23 Ultra is taking pictures way faster than the S22 Ultra. And that's about the difference I felt after getting the update. And the speed is insane with the rear camera. I'm taking pictures as fast as I can tap that shutter, and that just wasn't the case before this update. And for reference, this is about how fast the shutter speed was before. So definitely test out the shutter speed when you get the update. But to be clear, this improved shutter speed update only applies to the Galaxy S23 Ultra at the time of making this video, but hopefully Samsung brings this speed to previous devices in a future update. If you want to dramatically improve someone else's life for a one-time donation of $1, keep watching. I recently heard about a campaign to help families in Sri Lanka who've been decimated by skyrocketing inflation and horrendous gas and food shortages. The goal is to train young people and the caregivers of children in valuable trades so they can earn enough income to feed their families and weather this economic crisis in Sri Lanka. The organization is hoping to raise $29,000, and if every person who watches this video in just the first week donated a single dollar, we would crush that goal and make a dramatic impact on countless lives. I'll leave a link to the donation page where you can learn more about the fundraiser and make a donation in the description and the pinned comment below. And if you donated, leave a comment with the word HOPE, because that's what you just gave to these families. If you go to Samsung's Galaxy store, you'll now be able to download the Camera Assistant application for S-series devices dating back to the S20, the Note 20 series, and all of the Flip and Fold devices. This is an app that unlocks a ton of extra camera settings. Once it's installed, just open up the Camera app, then go to Settings, and scroll all the way down, and you'll see the new menu towards the bottom. I already covered all of these in detail in my deep dive video on the S23 Ultra cameras, so if you want to learn more about this, you can check out that video with the links in the description and pinned comment. But the most important setting to change is the one down here called Capture Speed. Typically, this is set to prioritize quality, but setting it to balance speed and quality allows you to get those incredibly fast photos. And in case you're wondering, I did have balance speed and quality set on my S22 Ultra when I tried taking these super fast pictures, and as you can see, it's not nearly as fast as the S23 Ultra. Besides Camera Assistant just becoming available on older devices, newer devices like the Galaxy S23 Ultra get a new feature inside the Camera Assistant application called Adaptive Pixel. If you turn this off, it'll disable the pixel grouping feature that Samsung uses for low-light photos. This will increase your low-light photo resolution at the cost of a darker image and more noise. So this may give you a slightly more crisp image when it's just starting to get dark outside, but as things start to get even darker, you'll definitely want to turn this feature back on. Previously, if you went to the Galaxy store and downloaded the Expert RAW application for all the extra camera features, you'd have to open it from the dedicated Expert RAW application. But now, you can just open up the regular camera app, go to the More section, and you'll see Expert RAW right in the corner. And in case you're wondering, Expert RAW is the camera mode you need to take astrophotography. And if you want to see 50 plus insanely powerful camera features on the Galaxy S23 Ultra, where I talk about astrophotography as well as astrovideography, you can click the card above or the link in the description and pinned comment. And speaking of astrophotography, for certain phones, Samsung's added the ability to use any of the lenses to take photos of the stars instead of just the wide-angle lens. If you go to the More menu, then go into either the Pro Photo or Video modes, you'll see a new icon next to the shutter button. If you tap this, you'll be able to use Pro Photo or Video mode with the front-facing camera. Previously, you'd only be able to use the rear camera in the Pro modes. Currently, this update's only available for the S22 and Fold 4. If you have an S21, Fold 3, or older device, you still won't be able to use the front-facing camera in these Pro modes even after the update. But hopefully these older phones will get that feature in a future update. And in case you're wondering, specific to the Fold 4, you can't use the inside camera with the Pro Photo and Video modes. It only works with the outside front-facing camera. The Gallery app received a few of its own updates. For starters, if you jump into the Stories tab, you'll see this new option here in the corner, and it's a little heart icon. If you tap this, it'll save that story to your favorites so you can access it much faster. So now, instead of having to scroll all the way through your stories to find your favorite ones, you can just tap this Favorites icon at the top and see all your favorites right there. And in case you're wondering, stories are just automatically generated videos compiled from photos and videos that you've taken either of specific people or at specific places. And you can also tap the edges of these to go back and forth through the different videos and pictures. And there's even music that plays along with it as well. And in case you're wondering, you can create your own stories as well, just by tapping the three dots in the corner and tapping Create Story. From there, you can give the story a title, then pick the photos and videos you want, tap Done, and it'll automatically compile those photos and videos into a custom story. Searching for photos and videos also got an improvement. Now when you search for something, you'll get the option to filter your results with a bunch of different options. And you can now stack multiple filters. Previously, you'd only be able to select one extra filter. So this is going to make it a lot easier to find the exact photo you're looking for. Specific to the Galaxy S23 Ultra, you now get a 2x zoom mode when taking portrait photos, which makes a huge difference. I always felt that the 1x zoom was too far away and too wide of an angle for portrait photos, but with the 3x zoom, you do have to back up pretty far to get a good shot. So having this 2x option now is a very welcomed addition, and I'm hoping Samsung brings this feature to previous devices like the Galaxy S22 Ultra in a future update. The only disappointment is that this 2x zoom option is only available for portrait photos, but not available for portrait videos. And if you don't know where to find portrait videos, just swipe all the way across to the More section, and you'll see the option there. If you want to see some insane Galaxy S23 Ultra S Pen features that I guarantee you've never seen before, check out this video over here. And don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss my deep dive coverage of Samsung's Fold 5, Flip 5, Galaxy Watch 6, and Tab S9 coming up real soon. That's it for this tech episode. God bless guys, and I'll catch you in the next one.